Oh, so now they want to sit here and try to find a contract for, figure out the whole SAG thing and all that sort of stuff. I see how it is. That don't stop me from wanting to, slap a bitch in a face or two, right? Because that's just genuinely how I feel. So obviously, as you might have seen when it comes to Jeff Keighley, the guy that runs the Game Awards, Summer Game Fest, likes to talk mad crap in some shape and form, trolling Kingdom Hearts fans in a way without him even saying a word, and that's just how it is. But when it comes down to it though, he basically came through and talked about how SAG-AFTRA has now gotten, a contract wrote up, which hopefully would indicate the strike being over. This whole damn thing has been just a big ass conundrum for no ass reason, right? And really a challenging situation because of how frustrating and annoying stuff is, by how much stuff got pushed back or stuff got ruined because the VAs were not necessarily there in any shape or form. And then questions the entirety of the whole strike because of how it's being done, how it's being ran, and the types of people that have came out of this whole situation and everything to it, right? And no further has we seen a lot of nonsense, a lot of wild and stuff that did not need to be a case of a thing than the whole Genshin Impact voice acting thing, right? That's essentially what this whole thing really been built up to. Basically, they've been reacting like some damn baboons in a damn jungle, looking mad crazy because they don't have the next crack session at their house. Like, that's what it felt like for a good ass amount of time. And not every VA was like this, right? Obviously, not every VA participated in this sort of thing. Not every VA, actually wanted to participate in the strike, but they had literally no choice because the union was gonna hold them, and then their snitch ass friends is gonna hold them, and literally their agents, ain't gonna lie, tried to hold them. So it's like 3 different things they have to fight against. If not, they, if they don't necessarily comply, their whole career is jacked up. And obviously Genshin's great, but as a voice actor, I don't want to jeopardize my whole damn career over one damn game, even if it's a shitty situation. But that's just how it is. So again, not every single VA deserves to be kicked in the face, honestly. Not every single one of them. A few of them do, but not every single one of them. And with this whole damn thing, you're also probably wondering, okay, so the strike is seemingly like it's done now, or at least it should be wrapping up. It should be done in some shape and form. That means we can get our VAs back in English. That means we can get things to go back to the way it was, and we can all just chill together, right? True. Maybe, but if I'm Hoyoverse, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm still throwing some pocket sand at some people, right? That's just how I feel. Because after seeing what these VAs could do to, again, if I was Hoyoverse, to my business and potentially F it up because they refused to work, was not on strike because they were never struck in the first damn place, but because they refused to work because of weird ass Californian devil in the physical form ass states with the solidarity of other VAs, I would still do some replacing. I would still clean house to a point, right? Because there is not any reason for what all of this has happened to turn out the way it did. Genuinely, there is no reason at all. Because again, like I said before, Hoyoverse was never struck in the strike at all, and this was just a let's stand in solidarity to not work for whatever effing reason. And even still, as we heard, the voice of Paimon kind of went out their way to talk about the whole damn thing, of why they quit. They still want Genshin to go effing union. That's not happening. They have literally no reason to, especially if you're getting paid union ass rates. That's like if a whole ass man comes through, clean the house, fix the dishwasher, and all this sort of stuff to please his woman, only for the woman to kick him in the balls and get cucked by literally everybody in the neighborhood. That's not how that works. That's bullshit, and somebody should reasonably crash out. That's just how it is. And boy, you cooked. That's just how it is. You're a cooked and cucked at the same time, and that's just how it is, bro. So ultimately, yeah, I would clean house as well, right? And again, not everybody, but there is a lot of them that definitely needs to effing go. 5 months VA, gotta go. That's just GG's. No, that's just GG's already. That just no surprises there at all. Same thing I would definitely probably say with Kaching or Sucrose or Candace, if she's even still a thing. Where the hell happened to her? Did she fall on the face of the earth? I don't care. Just the point. Just a replacement is needed. That's all we could really say. Then, obviously there is some people that's been doing fine, and they've been trying to get back, and those people don't need to be replaced. Like, if Vincey's VA is supposed to come back sometime soon, if not back already, then that's perfectly fine. They could still be around because they genuinely wanted to get back. Someone like, I believe, Beto's VA too is also wanting to get back to this stuff too, and that's perfectly fine. I don't think that's a giant issue to kind of just lead them there and all that sort of stuff. I don't think that's going to be a big ass deal, or at least it shouldn't be, at least as far as I'm aware. But certain people should keep their stuff. Everybody else, for the most part, isn't necessarily a giant issue to a point, but there is a lot of them that still, show their colors within this damn, non-strike, just kind of lazing about kind of sort of thing, sort of action against Hoyoverse, because why the hell not? Because, like, here's the whole thing too that we gotta remember about this whole damn thing, is that while the strike could be very much over and people start returning back to work like it ain't nothing and all that sort of stuff, and everybody kind of gets what they want for the most part and everything like that, still the company might take them back. The union is obviously going to do whatever it's going to do for their weird ass cult like reasons and all that sort of stuff, right? But here's the whole ass thing: the people don't have to accept that. The people don't have to accept that whatsoever, right? The people that play the game, consume it, and all that sort of stuff, we don't have to accept them being there as, like, voices and all that sort of stuff, and just to be there permanently as the game continues on like nothing ever happened. We remember shit, right? We genuinely do. This is possibly one of the worst, if not the worst thing to happen to this game since it came out, right? I'd put this over the first year anniversary at this point, because the first year anniversary at this point, as crazy as a crash out as it was, I'm not gonna sit here and lie, at least it was like, meme worthy. It had some memes into it. It's a bit funny. It didn't jeopardize the game whatsoever. It was a bit of fun, honestly. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, as crazy as it was, but still, it was what it was. This is not even remotely funny. This is just a very annoying time, and very just stupid for a lot of people. A lot of people that just sit here and enjoy the game, literally get off of work, hopefully to come through and just to play the damn game, only for them to not have a character voice, and then they chuck the damn controller through the screen and into another city, which killed thousands because it went into meteor status, because that's how fast they threw that damn controller. Like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are a person who works a job of any kind, people expect you to do the damn thing versus not do it whatsoever. And it will be a different story if you're not getting paid whatsoever, if you're not necessarily getting any sort of accommodations as you should as an employee or whatever, and all that sort of stuff. That's fine. That's not what we're here to talk about. That's not what we're here to fight about. If you are not getting the proper stuff and you've been knowing what you need to do all the damn time, that's the whole different separate issue. And yes, you should very much do what you need to do, and that's understandable. But at the very same time, if you are literally handed everything, again, as the husband tries to do for their wife, to please their wife, only for them to not necessarily do anything and get cucked, then yes, there is an issue here. There is a very much big issue here, right? I'm not sitting here and saying like, oh, these VAs are machines and we should work them to the absolute bone. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if you are here and if you come through needing to, voice some characters, there is an expectation of you to do so, right? That there genuinely is. That's the whole reason why you're even here. Right? And ultimately, because of how weird these people kind of went with this sort of direction with the whole non-working ass sort of thing, now you screwed over your fellow voice actors and other people that may wanted to get in a Hoyoverse game or something like that. Now you screwed them over majorly, because now Hoyoverse is going to go hire people in the UK or the EU, or find Japanese people that could speak good English, or whoever the hell else can do it just as well. Like, they're going to go find those people now, because you screwed over your fellow voice actors. You try to stand with your VAs, and now you screw them over in your country for very much that very same reason. So congrats on that, I suppose. But now those jobs are going to go to people that is, you know, obviously understanding that, damn, this is a real privilege to do this, and not necessarily, you know, trying to incorporate themselves within that damn character, or going as far as to, you know, try to act like they're bigger than, you know, everything else, when doing the character is a privilege. It's not necessarily a right to do that character. It's not necessarily some type of, like, you know, whole ass religion to be that character in some shape and form. Like, you are the exact same person of that character, which is something that the Kaching's voice actor tried to do, and it's like, no, that's not how that works. You gotta realize, even though, yes, you are voicing that character, and that's great, at the very same time, you are not them. There is no damn way that realistically any of these characters that's been, you know, voiced by these voice actors that have been causing a lot of the issue, there is no damn way that the real version of these characters would sit here and accept what the hell has happened here. There is genuinely no effing way and no effing shot. If they saw this situation, I would be certain tons of these characters would be ashamed of their voices, or at least ashamed of the person that voices the hell out of some of these people. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, right? So that's just how it is, right? But ultimately, though, my whole point is just that while, yes, the strike looks like it's starting to wrap up, and why it's looking like it's pretty much over, if I'm Hoyoverse, some people still gotta go, right? Ultimately, there is still some roles that can be filled out by other people. Other people can take the role. People have been, you know, especially on like Paimon's side, they've been voice acting their hearts out to be like, I could be the next Paimon, I could be the next Paimon, I could be the next Paimon. No, I cannot. That was terrible. Don't ever do that again. But you get the dang point. There is a very much, you know, vibe of like, yeah, let's go ahead and get some replacements going. And I don't blame people for that. I don't blame people for that whatsoever, because why the hell not? If they're not going to do it and it's been going on for months, let's just go ahead and just do the damn thing ourselves. And that's just how it is. And that sounds like a fun time, honestly. And if they get hired off of that, then, well, there you effing go. I just don't want to go into any more future quests with no English. And again, I know people will sit here and say, oh yeah, well, you know, JP isn't there, or China is there, or, you know, Korea is there, and maybe all that sort of stuff. But here's the whole ass thing. There is people that can very much understand stories and things being told to them better if it's in their native language, and they just, you know, look at it from that sort of perspective. Yes, you can have text on the screen to say what needs to be said, but that being, you know, the case, it's not really always going to be the way for people to retain and learn knowledge, right? So ultimately, you need the English side. Whether people like it or not, you just do need it, and that's just ultimately how it is. I'm going to be real. I don't want to go through another future patch like the skirt patch and ultimately have the potential of it not being voiced in English whatsoever, because people just straight up refuse to work or refuse to do anything. And I don't want to hear all that. I don't want that to happen again, right? We're going into Nod Cry for 6.0 whenever that drops later in this year. We're going to get to that point, and that's going to be the point already where we're already just jumping into the turning point of everything. And I don't want to sit here and deal with half the cast still not being voiced, or the major characters still not being voiced whatsoever. Again, there is some very nice voice actors, but if you gotta replace some people, replace some people. Even if it comes down to the MCs, even if it comes down to someone like Dane, I would rather hear their voice through somebody else's whole, you know, being, versus, you know, just still them not saying a damn word about literally anything. That is not what I'm here for. That's not what I play this game for. That's not the content I want to consume when there is nothing of the fullest of what the game should be. That's just ultimately how it is. Like, I don't care if Dane ends up sounding like a twink boy. I don't care if Ether smokes 10 packs a day and sounds like the most obsessed drug addict I've ever heard. It doesn't necessarily matter. just give me something in English to latch onto so I can at least understand and get the full experience of what I'm supposed to be getting instead of the non-experience that I haven't been getting, like a lot of other people haven't been getting for so damn long. That is just how it is. That is just my take on it. So hopefully, you know, this whole damn thing can just wrap the hell up, and so we can be damn near done with this shit. Hopefully this is the end of that, because I am so tired of just this entire situation. It was stupid from start to finish, knowing what we know now, and it's definitely just not it. It's not it in the slightest when it comes down to anything regarding to Hoyoverse and just anything regarding to this space, because it's just shitty. All I can say is welcome our new, you know, European overlords, and literally anybody that's not in America that's overseas that voice acts. Literally, we welcome the overlords to come. That's just how it is. But that's what I really want to say for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow on socials. And if you'd like to donate to choice channel, what am I saying? And if you'd like to donate to the channel, Patreon, and not even existing, what is happening to me? I've been working hard. That's why. I also saw a house that looked like shit, and I'm supposed to be working to fix that. That looks like hell. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I don't want to do this. Please subscribe to the channel so I don't have to. Oh boy. Anyway, donate to the channel via Kofi or Cash App. That's what I meant to say. And until then, it's been your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.